First contact and misunderstanding. The vast expanse of space had always held secrets, but none quite as explosive as the humans of Earth. As the Galactic Confederacy's scout ship Zephyr dropped out of faster-than-light travel on the fringes of the Sol system, Captain Lyra of the Aetherian species felt a mix of excitement and trepidation coursing through her crystalline form. Scanners detect multiple artificial structures on the third planet and its satellite, reported Science Officer Zax, his tentacles dancing over the holographic controls. Primitive propulsion technology, but extensive colonization of that orbital space. Lyra's core pulsed with interest. Fascinating. They've managed to establish a presence beyond their homeworld without achieving FTL travel. Most unusual. The bridge of the Zephyr hummed with activity as the crew prepared for humanity's first contact with an alien civilization. None of them could have predicted the chain of events their arrival would set in motion. "Captain," called out Communications Officer Vreen, her antenna twitching nervously. "We're receiving a transmission from the planet's surface. Audio and visual." Lyra's crystalline form shimmered with anticipation. On screen, the main view screen flickered to life, revealing a human male with silver hair and piercing green eyes. He wore a crisp uniform adorned with insignias that the ship's AI quickly identified as military in nature. "Unknown vessel, this is Admiral Chen of the United Earth Defense Force. You have entered restricted space. Identify yourself and state your purpose immediately." Lyra was taken aback by the forceful tone, but composed herself quickly. "Greetings, Admiral Chen. I am Captain Lyra of the Galactic Confederacy scout ship Zephyr. We come in peace, seeking to establish first contact with your species." Admiral Chen's expression remained impassive, but his eyes narrowed slightly. "Captain Lyra, while we appreciate your peaceful intentions, your unannounced arrival has put our planet on high alert. We request that you maintain your current position while we consult with our world leaders." "Of course, Admiral. We will comply with your request," Lyra responded, trying to project an air of calm authority. As the transmission ended, the bridge erupted into excited chatter. First contact specialist, a bioluminescent Luminian, floated forward. "Captain, their response seems unusually guarded for a species encountering alien life for the first time. Perhaps we should approach this situation with extra caution." Lyra's form rippled in agreement. "Indeed, their military readiness is concerning. Zax, what can you tell me about their defensive capabilities?" The science officer's tentacles danced over his console once more. "Primitive by our standards, Captain, but not insignificant. They possess nuclear weapons, kinetic strike platforms in orbit, and a sizable fleet of armed spacecraft. However, their weapons would be largely ineffective against our shields." "Let's hope it doesn't come to that," Lyra mused. "Open a channel to Galactic Confederacy High Command. They'll want to know about this development immediately." As the hours ticked by, tension aboard the Zephyr grew. The humans had maintained radio silence since the initial contact, and long-range scanners showed increased activity around their planet and its satellite. "Captain," V called out suddenly, "we're receiving another transmission from the surface." The view screen flickered to life once more, this time showing a diverse group of humans seated around a large table. At the center sat a distinguished-looking woman with dark skin and close-cropped silver hair. "Greetings, Captain Lyra. I am President Amara Okafor of the United Earth Government. We apologize for the delay in our response. As you can imagine, your arrival has caused quite a stir on our world." Lyra's central core pulsed with relief. "Thank you for contacting us, President Okafor. We understand the magnitude of this moment and are eager to begin peaceful dialogue between our civilizations." Okafor nodded, her expression grave. "We share your desire for peace, Captain. However, we must prioritize the safety and sovereignty of Earth. We have some concerns we'd like to address before proceeding further." "Of course," Lyra replied, her crystalline form undulating slightly. "We are here to answer any questions you may have." "Very well," Okafor continued. First and foremost, we need assurances that your presence here is not a prelude to invasion or colonization. Earth has a long history of conflict, and we've learned to be cautious. Lyra's form rippled with surprise. I assure you, President Okafor, we have no such intentions. The Galactic Confederacy is founded on principles of peaceful cooperation and mutual benefit. We seek only to welcome new species into our interstellar community. Okafor's eyes narrowed slightly. And yet you arrived unannounced in a ship clearly capable of overwhelming our defenses. Surely you can understand our hesitation. The implications of the human's words sent a shudder through Lyra's crystalline body. She realized too late that their approach, standard procedure for first contact with pre-FTL civilizations, had been perceived as a potential threat. President Okafor, I apologize for any distress we may have caused. Our intention was to observe briefly before making contact to ensure we did not disrupt your society. We meant no disrespect to your sovereignty. The human leader's expression softened slightly, but wariness remained in her eyes. We appreciate your explanation, Captain. However, we must insist on a more formal declaration of your intentions. We propose a face-to-face meeting on neutral ground. Our International Space Station would serve as an appropriate venue. Would you be willing to send a small delegation to meet with our representatives? Lyra conferred briefly with her crew before responding. We would be honored, President Okafor. Please provide us with the necessary coordinates, and we will prepare a shuttle. As the transmission ended, Lyra turned to her crew. This situation is more delicate than we anticipated. Alos, you'll accompany me to the space station. Zax, I want you to continue analyzing their defenses discreetly. Something tells me we may need that information. As the Zephyr's shuttle approached the International Space Station, Lyra couldn't shake a feeling of unease. The humans' reaction to their arrival had been far from the wonder and excitement they usually encountered. Instead, they had found a species hardened by conflict and deeply suspicious of outsiders. Little did Lyra know that this first tense encounter was merely the opening act in a drama that would reshape the galaxy and force every spacefaring race to reassess their understanding of one fundamental truth. When humans feel threatened, they become a force to be reckoned with. The shuttle docked with a soft thud, and as the airlock cycled open, Lyra steeled herself for whatever challenges lay ahead. The fate of two civilizations, and perhaps the entire Galactic Confederacy, now rested on her crystalline shoulders. Inside the International Space Station, a small delegation of humans awaited their arrival. President Okafor stood at the forefront, flanked by Admiral Chen and several other officials. Their expressions were a mixture of curiosity and caution. As Lyra and Alos entered the module, the humans' eyes widened in awe at their alien forms. Lyra's crystalline body shimmered in the station's artificial light, while Alos' bioluminescence pulsed gently. "Welcome aboard, Captain Lyra," President Okafor said, extending her hand in what Lyra recognized as a human greeting gesture. "We appreciate your willingness to meet with us face-to-face." Lyra extended a crystalline appendage, carefully grasping the president's hand. "Thank you for your hospitality, President Okafor. We are honored to be here." As they settled into a makeshift conference room, the atmosphere remained tense. Admiral Chen's gaze never left the alien visitors, his hand resting near what Lyra assumed was a weapon. "Captain," Okafor began, "while we are fascinated by your presence and the possibilities it represents, we must address our concerns directly. Your civilization's technological superiority poses a significant threat to Earth's autonomy. How can we be certain that your intentions are truly peaceful?" Lyra's form shimmered as she formulated her response. "President Okafor, I understand your concerns. The Galactic Confederacy has encountered many civilizations at various stages of development. Our primary directive is to foster peaceful coexistence and mutual growth. We have strict protocols against interfering with a species' natural development." Admiral Chen leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. "And yet, your mere presence here has already irreversibly changed the course of our civilization. How do you reconcile that with your non-interference policy? Alos, sensing the rising tension, chimed in. If I may, the discovery of extraterrestrial life is a natural milestone in a species' evolution. Our presence simply accelerates a process that would have occurred eventually. The humans exchanged glances, their expressions unreadable. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station. Admiral Chen's hand flew to his earpiece. Multiple unidentified objects approaching Earth at high velocity, he shouted. They don't match any known signatures, alien or human. Lyra's call pulsed with alarm. Those aren't ours. We have no other ships in this system. As chaos erupted aboard the station, a chilling realization dawned on Lyra. Their arrival had not only startled humanity, it had attracted the attention of something else entirely, something that neither humans nor the Galactic Confederacy were prepared to face. The first contact that was meant to usher in a new era of cooperation had instead become the prelude to a cosmic storm, and as the unknown threat hurtled towards Earth, both humans and aliens would soon learn that in the face of extinction, unlikely alliances are forged in the crucible of survival, human ingenuity unleashed. The International Space Station shuddered as Earth's planetary defense systems roared to life. Through the viewports, Lyra and Alos watched in awe as thousands of points of light erupted from the planet's surface, streaking towards the approaching unidentified objects. Admiral Chen barked orders into his communication device, his face a mask of grim determination. All planetary defense grids, fire at will. Orbital platforms, stand by for counterattack. President Okafor turned to the alien visitors, her eyes blazing with a mixture of fear and resolve. Captain Lyra, we need to know right now, are you with us or against us? Lyra's crystalline form pulsed with determination. President Okafor, Admiral Chen, whatever these objects are, they pose a threat to all of us. The Zephyr stands ready to assist in Earth's defense. As if on cue, Lyra's communication device chimed. Captain, Zax's voice crackled through. We're detecting energy signatures unlike anything in our database. These objects, they're not ships, they're weapons. Incredibly advanced weapons. The revelation sent shockwaves through both human and alien crews. Admiral Chen's eyes narrowed. Weapons? Whose weapons? Before anyone could respond, the space around Earth erupted into chaos. The incoming objects shimmered and split, multiplying into thousands of smaller projectiles. Earth's defense systems engaged, filling the sky with explosions, but many of the mysterious weapons slipped through. Impact imminent, shouted a human technician. Everyone braced for devastation, but instead of explosions, strange energy fields blossomed across Earth's surface where the weapons struck. What in the void? Alos whispered, his bioluminescence flickering erratically. Zax's voice came through again, filled with disbelief. Captain, those aren't destructive weapons. They're terraforming devices. They're attempting to alter Earth's biosphere. The implications hit like a shockwave. This wasn't an attack, it was an invasion. An attempt to remake Earth in someone else's image. Admiral Chen's face hardened. Not on our watch. He turned to his staff. Initiate Protocol Omega. Authorization Chen Alpha 97. The station trembled as hidden panels slid open, revealing banks of advanced computer systems that even Lyra's sensors hadn't detected. President Okafor stepped forward, her voice resolute. Captain Lyra, what you're about to witness has been Earth's most closely guarded secret. Humanity has not been as technologically primitive as we've led the galaxy to believe. With a series of commands, Admiral Chen activated Earth's true defense network. The moon's surface cracked open, revealing massive energy cannons that began firing salvos of concentrated plasma at the incoming weapons. What had appeared to be simple satellites suddenly transformed, unfolding into heavily armed battle stations. Lyra and Alos watched in stunned disbelief as waves of advanced weaponry they hadn't thought possible for humans to possess slammed into the invading forces. Impossible, Alos whispered, his bioluminescence pulsing erratically. They were ready for this. All this time, they were ready. On the main view screen, the Zephyr's sensors captured the unfolding battle. Earth's hidden fleet emerged from concealed bases on Mars and the asteroid belt, ships of sleek design that rivaled anything in the Galactic Confederacy's armada. Admiral Chen's eyes blazed with pride. For centuries, humanity has been preparing for this day. We've survived world wars, overcome global disasters, and united our planet. Did you really think we wouldn't be ready for threats from beyond the stars? As if to punctuate his words, a massive vessel emerged from behind Jupiter, dwarfing even the largest known ships in the galaxy. Its hull gleamed with an otherworldly metal, and energy crackled along its surface in patterns that defied the laws of physics as Lyra understood them. USLVA's worthy, not through destruction, but creation, not through uniformity, but diversity. The cosmic order is not rigid, but evolving. As understanding dawned, cheers erupted throughout the fleet. They had faced the cosmic judges and emerged victorious, not through superior firepower, but through the very qualities that made them unique. In the aftermath, as the fleet made its triumphant return to Earth, the full implications of their victory became clear. The Nexus, once a threat, now offered to share its knowledge with the united galactic civilization. The boundaries of the possible expanded beyond anything they had imagined. On Earth, in the Grand Hall of the United Nations, now expanded to house representatives from across the galaxy, President Okafor addressed the assembled delegates and the countless beings watching across the stars. Today marks the dawn of a new era. We have faced the ultimate test and emerged stronger, wiser, and more united. The Nexus has granted us access to knowledge and power beyond our wildest dreams. But with this gift comes great responsibility. She paused, her gaze sweeping across the diverse assembly. We must use this knowledge not for dominance, but for growth. Not to conquer, but to nurture. The galaxy is vast, and we have only begun to understand its wonders. Let us move forward not in fear of the unknown, but in celebration of the infinite possibilities that await us. As her words echoed across Earth and to the farthest reaches of known space, a sense of hope and wonder filled every heart, every mind. The age of isolation was over. The age of true cosmic citizenship had begun. Humanity, the upstart species that had reached for the stars, had not only grasped them but reshaped the very nature of galactic civilization. The future stretched out before them, bright with promise and alive with limitless potential. In the depths of space, the Nexus pulsed with new energy, a beacon of possibility in the cosmic night. The grand experiment continued, with humanity and its allies as full partners in the greatest adventure in the history of the universe. The stars had once seemed cold and distant. Now, they were a shining promise of adventures yet to come, of wonders yet to be discovered, and of a future limited only by the bounds of imagination itself. The galactic community reacts. News of Earth's stunning revelation and successful defense against an unknown aggressor spread through the galaxy like wildfire. The Galactic Confederacy found itself in turmoil as member species debated the implications of humanity's deception and unexpected technological prowess. On the Confederacy's capital world, Nexus Prime, the Grand Council chamber buzzed with activity. Representatives from 1,000 worlds argued passionately about how to respond to this new paradigm. High Counselor Zix, a being of pure energy contained within an ornate metallic shell, called the session to order. Esteemed colleagues, we face an unprecedented situation. A pre-FTL civilization has not only repelled an attack that our own sensors failed to detect, but has revealed technology rivaling our own. We must decide how to proceed. The Volrathi representative, a towering insectoid, clicked its mandibles in agitation. This humanity has deceived us all. They should be sanctioned, not embraced. Who knows what other secrets they're hiding? Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber, but they were cut short by an unexpected voice. And can you blame them? All eyes turned to Captain Lyra, who had been granted special permission to address the council. Her crystalline form glimmered as she continued, "Esteemed council, I have witnessed humanity's capabilities firsthand. Yes, they hid their true nature from us, but consider their perspective. A young species, alone in the cosmos, unsure of what lurks in the darkness between stars. They chose caution, and in doing so, may have saved not just themselves, but all of us from an unknown threat." The chamber erupted into heated debate. Some councillors argued for immediate sanctions against Earth, while others saw the potential benefits of alliance with such an innovative species. As the arguments raged, a new signal came through on the priority channel. The main holo display flickered to life, revealing the face of President Amara Okafor. "Greetings, esteemed members of the Galactic Confederacy," she began, her voice calm but resolute. "I understand our revelation has caused quite a stir. Allow me to extend an invitation. We propose a summit here on Earth where representatives from all Confederacy worlds can come to understand humanity, our culture, and our technology. In return, we ask for the opportunity to learn about your civilizations directly. Let us bridge the gap of misunderstanding together." The council chamber fell silent as the implications of this offer sank in. High Councillor Zix's energy form pulsed thoughtfully. "An intriguing proposal, President Okafor. The council will deliberate and respond shortly." As the transmission ended, the debate took on a new tone. The prospect of accessing Earth's unique technological innovations was tantalizing to many species. Others saw an opportunity to study a civilization that had developed in isolation, potentially offering new perspectives on cosmic mysteries. After hours of intense discussion, a consensus was reached. The Galactic Confederacy would accept Earth's invitation, but with conditions. A delegation would be sent to Earth, not just to attend the summit, but to establish a permanent diplomatic presence. In return, humanity would be asked to share its defensive technology, particularly the sensors that had detected the unknown threat. As preparations for the summit began, Earth found itself thrust onto the galactic stage. Human diplomats, scientists, and military personnel scrambled to prepare for an influx of alien visitors unlike anything they had ever imagined. Admiral Chen oversaw the security arrangements, his usual stoic demeanor betraying hints of stress. "We're about to have representatives from over 1,000 alien civilizations on our doorstep," he muttered to President Okafor during a private briefing. "Are we really ready for this?" Okafor's eyes gleamed with a mixture of excitement and determination. "Ready or not, James, this is our moment. Humanity has hidden in the shadows for too long. It's time to step into the light and shape the future of the galaxy." As alien ships began arriving in the Sol system, Earth's hidden fleet emerged fully from its secret bases. The UNSS Prometheus took up a defensive position near the Moon, its imposing presence a clear message to all visitors. Humanity was not to be trifled with. The summit itself was a spectacle unlike anything Earth had ever seen. The United Nations headquarters in New York City had been expanded and retrofitted to accommodate delegates from across the galaxy. Holographic displays allowed the proceedings to be broadcast to every corner of the Earth, and even to off-world colonies on Mars and the Jovian moons. As President Okafor took the stage to deliver her opening address, she felt the weight of history on her shoulders. Distinguished delegates, honored guests, citizens of Earth and the galaxy beyond. We stand at a crossroads of cosmic significance. For centuries, humanity gazed at the stars, wondering if we were alone. Now we know the answer, and it is more wondrous and complex than we ever imagined. She paused, her eyes scanning the diverse assembly before her. "We come to you not as supplicants, but as partners. Earth may be young in the galactic sphere, but we have much to offer. Our history is one of overcoming adversity, of pushing boundaries, of reaching for the impossible. We have fought wars, yes, but we have also created art that touches the soul. We have faced planetary disasters, but emerged stronger, more united. The recent attack on our world has shown that there are threats in this universe that concern us all. Let this summit be the beginning of a new era of cooperation. Together, we can forge a future where the combined strengths of our civilizations create a bulwark against any threat, where our shared knowledge opens up new frontiers of discovery. As Okif's words echoed through the chamber and across the planet, a palpable sense of hope and possibility filled the air. Humanity had announced its presence to the galaxy not with a whisper, but with a roar. Yet, even as the summit proceeded, with cultural exchanges, technological demonstrations, and diplomatic negotiations, a sense of unease lingered. The unknown attacker remained just that, unknown. Despite the combined efforts of Earth's scientists and the Galactic Confederacy's vast databases, no trace of the mysterious force that had tried to terraform Earth could be found. In a secure, subterranean facility beneath the Antarctic ice, a joint task force of human and alien scientists worked tirelessly to unravel the mystery. Dr. Samantha Carter, Earth's leading xenobiologist, pored over data alongside Zax, the Zephyr's science officer. "These energy signatures," Samantha muttered, her brow furrowed in concentration, "they don't match anything in your records." Zax's tentacles danced over the holographic displays. "Nothing even close, Dr. Carter. It's as if these weapons were designed by a civilization operating on fundamentally different scientific principles." As they worked, a chilling thought began to form. What if the attack on Earth wasn't an isolated incident? What if it was just the opening move in a larger cosmic game? Meanwhile, in the depths of space, far beyond the edges of known galactic territories, something stirred. Ancient machinery, dormant for eons, hummed to life. Sensors, more advanced than anything known to the Galactic Confederacy or humanity, focused on a small blue planet and the unprecedented gathering of species in its orbit. A consciousness, vast and alien, processed the information. Its previous attempt at reshaping this world had failed, an unexpected outcome. But now, a new possibility presented itself. So many races, so much diversity, all in one place. In the darkness between the stars, a decision was made. The next phase would soon begin. Back on Earth, as the summit reached its climax, as alliances were forged and treaties signed, no one suspected that they were being watched. No one knew that the true test of humanity's place in the cosmos was yet to come. The galaxy held its breath, poised on the brink of a new age. An age that would be defined by the ingenuity, courage, and sheer stubborn determination of the species that had, against all odds, reached for the stars and grasped them, pushing the boundaries. As the Galactic Summit on Earth concluded, a new era of cooperation and technological exchange began. Humanity's ingenious approach to science and problem-solving, born from centuries of isolation and self-reliance, fascinated their new alien allies. In return, the wealth of knowledge from 1,000 worlds sparked a renaissance of human innovation. At the forefront of this collaborative effort was the newly established Interstellar Research Institute, headquartered in a sprawling complex near the shore of Lake Victoria in East Africa. Here, the brightest minds from Earth and across the galaxy worked side by side, pushing the boundaries of known science. Dr. Samantha Carter stood before a holographic display, her eyes gleaming with excitement as she addressed a diverse group of human and alien scientists. "Ladies, gentlemen, and honored colleagues of all species, what we're about to show you represents a quantum leap in propulsion technology." With a gesture, she brought up a schematic of an engine unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. By combining principles from Earth's theoretical physics with Etherian crystal matrices and Volrathi bioengineering, we've created a drive system that doesn't just bend space-time, it slides between its very fabric. The assembled scientists murmured in awe. Zax, now a permanent liaison to the Institute, extended a tentacle towards the hologram. "Fascinating, Dr. Carter. The energy requirements for such a system must be astronomical." Samantha's grin widened. "That's the beauty of it, Zax. By leveraging what we've learned about the energy signatures from the alien attack, we've discovered a way to tap into the underlying quantum foam of the universe itself. The drive creates microscopic wormholes, drawing power from the vacuum energy of space. As the implications sank in, excitement rippled through the room. This wasn't just an improvement on existing FTL technology, it was a paradigm shift that could revolutionize galactic travel and exploration. Meanwhile, high above the Earth, aboard the UNSS Prometheus, Admiral Chen oversaw the integration of new defensive systems developed through the Galactic Exchange Program. Sleek Etherian crystal arrays meshed with robust human engineering, creating a shield network more powerful than anything either civilization had possessed alone. Status report, Chen barked, his eyes scanning multiple holographic readouts. Lieutenant Rodriguez, his second-in-command, responded crisply. All systems nominal, Admiral. The new hybrid shields are operating at 143% of projected capacity. Weapons systems have been successfully modified to incorporate Volrathi plasma conduits. We're more than ready for the shakedown cruise. Chen allowed himself a small smile. The Prometheus had been impressive before, but now it was truly a ship without equal in known space. Excellent work, Lieutenant. Inform Dr. Carter and her team that we're ready to test the new drive system. Let's see what this ship can really do. As preparations for the Prometheus's historic test flight got underway, diplomatic efforts continued on multiple fronts. Earth, leveraging its unique position as a bridge between old and new galactic powers, began to reshape the political landscape of known space. In the Galactic Confederacy's Grand Council chamber on Nexus Prime, Ambassador Kira Donovan, Earth's newly appointed representative, stood before the assembled delegates. Her voice rang clear and confident through the vast hall. Honored members of the Council, the treaty I present to you today is more than just an agreement between Earth and the Confederacy. It is a blueprint for a new kind of interstellar cooperation, one that respects the autonomy of individual worlds while creating a framework for mutual defense and scientific advancement. The chamber buzzed with discussion as the implications of the proposed treaty became clear. Earth was not simply joining the existing power structures, it was reshaping them, offering a middle ground between the Confederacy's centralized authority and the fierce independence that humans valued so highly. High Counselor Zix Energyform pulsed thoughtfully. You propose a significant restructuring of our organization, Ambassador Donovan. Many worlds may resist such change. Kira nodded, her expression resolute. Change can be frightening, High Counselor, but it can also be invigorating. The recent attack on Earth proved that there are threats in this universe that none of us fully understand. By creating a more flexible, decentralized alliance, we become more adaptable, more resilient, united in purpose, but diverse in approach. As the Council debated, news arrived that sent shockwaves through the galactic community. The UNSS Prometheus, on its maiden voyage with a new hybrid drive, had successfully traveled to the Andromeda Galaxy and back in a matter of hours, a journey that would have taken years with conventional FTL technology. The implications were staggering. The boundaries of known space had suddenly expanded beyond anything previously imagined. New worlds, new civilizations, perhaps even answers to the mystery of the alien attack, all were now within reach. But with this monumental achievement came new challenges and dangers. As reports of the Prometheus's journey spread, not all reactions were positive. In the shadows of forgotten star systems and the depths of uncharted nebulae, ancient powers stared. On a world of perpetual twilight, in a city of twisting spires that defied Euclidean geometry, beings of unfathomable age convened. Their forms were mist and shadow, their thoughts transmitted in frequencies that would drive lesser minds to madness. The young races grow bold, one whispered, its voice the hiss of solar wind. They breach the barriers we established eons ago. Another, a swirling vortex of dark energy, pulsed with agitation. The attempt to reshape the blue world failed. Now they spread further, faster. The grand design is threatened. A third, oldest of them all, Its presence, a void that consumed light and thought, stirred. Perhaps it is time. The cycle nears its end. Let us test these upstarts, these humans and their allies. If they are worthy, a new age may dawn. If not, the unfinished thought hung in the air, a promise of cosmic retribution. Back on Earth, blissfully unaware of the ancient eyes now turned toward them, humanity celebrated its achievements. The age of exploration, it seemed, had only just begun. In her office atop the Interstellar Research Institute, Dr. Samantha Carter gazed out at the African sunset, a cup of coffee cooling on her desk. A holo display showed the Prometheus's triumphant return to Earth orbit, the ship's sleek form a testament to what could be achieved when species work together. Yet, as she watched the celebration unfold, a nagging sense of unease tugged at her mind. The mystery of the alien attack remained unsolved. And now, with the ability to reach further into the cosmos than ever before, what other wonders or horrors might humanity encounter? As if in answer to her unspoken question, a priority alert flashed across her screen. New data from the Prometheus's sensors gathered during its historic journey. As Samantha began to analyze the information, her eyes widened in shock and awe. "Oh my God," she whispered, reaching for her communicator. "Admiral Chen, Mr. President, you need to see this. Now." The data scrolled across her screen, hinting at realities beyond human comprehension. The galaxy, it seemed, was far stranger and more dangerous than anyone had imagined, and humanity, for better or worse, was now at the heart of a cosmic drama billions of years in the making. As night fell over Earth, its citizens celebrated their new place among the stars, unaware that the true test of their species' mettle was about to begin. In the vast tapestry of the cosmos, a new thread had been woven, bright, vibrant, and irrevocably changing the pattern of creation itself. A new era for the galaxy. The data Dr. Samantha Carter uncovered from the Prometheus's sensors spread through Earth's leadership like wildfire. President Okafor, Admiral Chen, and key figures from the Galactic Confederacy convened in a secure, underground facility beneath the Interstellar Research Institute. "It's called the Nexus," Samantha explained, her voice tight with a mixture of awe and trepidation. "As near as we can tell, it's some kind of multi-dimensional hub, a place where realities intersect." The holographic display showed a structure that defied conventional physics, a massive ethereal construct that seemed to exist in multiple states simultaneously. Admiral Chen leaned forward, his brow furrowed. "And you're saying this? Nexus is the source of the attack on Earth?" Samantha nodded grimly. "We believe so. The energy signatures match. But it's more than that. The Nexus seems to be ancient, possibly as old as the universe itself, and it's alive, in a sense, sentient." President Okafor's eyes widened. "Are you suggesting we're dealing with some kind of godlike entity?" "Not exactly," Samantha replied. "More like caretakers, guardians of reality itself, and for some reason they've taken an interest in us." As the implications sank in, the chamber fell silent. Humanity had reached for the stars, but in doing so, they had attracted the attention of forces beyond their comprehension. High Counselor Zix, present via holographic projection, spoke up. "This changes everything. If these beings are as powerful as you suggest, they could pose a threat not just to Earth or the Confederacy, but to all life in the galaxy." President Okafor stood, her posture resolute. "Then we face them together. Not as Earth, not as the Confederacy, but as a united front of all sentient life." The next few weeks saw frantic preparation on a galactic scale. The treaty Ambassador Donovan had proposed was ratified with unprecedented speed, creating a new interstellar alliance. Ships from 1,000 worlds converged on Earth, forming the largest fleet ever assembled in known space. At the heart of this armada, the UNSS Prometheus underwent final modifications. Dr. Carter and her team worked tirelessly to adapt the ship's new drive system, hoping to use the Nexus's own energy against it. As the day of reckoning approached, Admiral Chen addressed the combined fleet from the Prometheus's bridge. His words were translated and broadcast to every ship, every world. We stand at the precipice of the unknown. Before us lies a power that has shaped the very fabric of our reality. They sought to remake our worlds in their image. They underestimated us. They underestimated the strength we find in our diversity, in our unity. Today, we show them the true potential of life in this galaxy. Today, we fight not just for our survival, but for our right to forge our own destiny. A chorus of cheers, roars, and other expressions of agreement echoed across the fleet. With a final command from Admiral Chen, the Armada engaged their drives, following the Prometheus into the depths of space. The journey to the Nexus was like nothing any of them had experienced. Reality itself seemed to warp and twist around them, stars streaked by not as lines, but as complex fractal patterns. Many crew members reported strange visions, glimpses of other possibilities, other timelines. As they approached their destination, the Nexus revealed itself. It was somehow both impossibly vast and infinitesimally small, a paradox given form. Tendrils of energy reached out, probing the approaching fleet. Suddenly, a voice echoed through every mind on every ship. It spoke not in words, but in concepts, in entire histories compressed into single thoughts. You HFY far, young ones, but you tarry where you do not belong. The cosmos has an order, a design. Your existence threatens their balance. Admiral Chen gritted his teeth, fighting against the overwhelming pressure of the entity's thoughts. We have a right to exist, to grow, to explore. We won't be erased or reshaped to fit your design. Samantha, at her station on the Prometheus, frantically analyzed the energy readings. The Nexus, she gasped. It's not just one entity, it's many working in concert. And there's conflict among them. As if in response to her realization, new voices joined the cosmic chorus. Some argued for humanity's destruction, others for their preservation. The fleet found itself in the middle of a debate that had raged for eons. You are chaotic, unpredictable. Your advancement threatens the cosmic order. But the potential. The diversity brings new possibilities. They are a plague that will consume all if left unachieved. Or they may be the to breaking the CYCLE, to bringing true change. As the cosmic beings argued, the combined fleet seized its opportunity. Following a plan devised by Dr. Carter, ships from 100 different worlds combined their technologies in ways never before attempted. The Prometheus, at the heart of the formation, activated its hybrid drive. But instead of moving through space, it created a cascading series of micro-wormholes, connecting every ship in the fleet. Energy flowed between them, amplifying, resonating. Now, Admiral Chen commanded. A beam of pure possibility lanced out from the fleet, striking the heart of the Nexus. For a moment that seemed to last an eternity, two fundamental forces of the universe clashed, the ordered design of the Nexus versus the chaotic potential of united galactic life. Reality itself shuddered. Stars blinked out and were reborn. Entire timelines diverged and converged. When the cosmic dust settled, the Nexus remained, but it was changed. The myriad voices that had once been in conflict now spoke as one. The UNSS Prometheus, President Okafor announced, her voice filled with awe and pride. Humanity's greatest achievement and best-kept secret. The Prometheus engaged the invading forces, its advanced weapons systems tearing through the alien terraforming devices with ease. The tide of battle shifted dramatically, with Earth's forces pushing back the mysterious attacker. Lura's core pulsed with a mixture of shock and admiration. President Okafor, Admiral Chen, I believe we severely underestimated humanity. Okafor nodded grimly. A necessary deception, Captain. Earth has faced its share of conflicts and tragedies. We learned long ago that the universe might not be a friendly place. We hoped for the best but prepared for the worst. As the battle raged on, Lara made a decision that would alter the course of galactic history. Zax, bring the Zephyr into the fight. Full power to weapons and shields. Let's show these humans what the Galactic Confederacy can do. The Zephyr joined Earth's fleet, its advanced technology complementing humanity's ingenious weaponry. Together, they pushed back against the invading force, slowly but surely turning the tide of battle. Hours passed in a blur of tactical maneuvers and weapons fire. Finally, the last of the alien devices was destroyed, leaving Earth's space littered with debris and unanswered questions. As the dust settled, the full implications of what had transpired began to sink in. Humanity had not only revealed itself to be far more advanced than anyone had suspected, but had also successfully defended itself against an unknown aggressor that even the Galactic Confederacy hadn't detected. In the aftermath, President Okafor addressed the assembled human and alien leaders aboard the International Space Station. Today marks a new chapter in human history. We stand revealed to the galaxy, not as a primitive species in need of guidance, but as equals ready to take our place among the stars. She turned to Lyra, her expression a mixture of gratitude and determination. Captain, we thank you for standing with us in our time of need. But now we must ask, what place does Earth hold in your galactic confederacy? Lyra's crystalline form shimmered as she considered her words carefully. President Okafor, Admiral Chen, people of Earth, today has shown us that the Galactic Confederacy has much to learn from humanity. Your ingenuity, your determination, your ability to face the unknown, these are qualities that would greatly enrich our interstellar community. She paused, her core pulsing with a new resolve. I propose not that Earth join the Confederacy as a junior member, but as a full and equal partner. Your unique perspective and impressive technological achievements could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. The human leaders exchanged glances, years of planning and preparation evident in their silent communication. Admiral Chen spoke up, his voice firm. We appreciate your offer, Captain Lyra, but Earth's independence has been hard-won. We won't simply hand over our autonomy, even to a well-meaning galactic government. Alos, who had been quietly observing, suddenly chimed in. Perhaps there's a middle ground. Earth could serve as an independent ally to the Confederacy, a bridge between your world and ours. President Okafor's eyes lit up at the suggestion, an intriguing proposal. Earth as a sovereign power, free to chart its own course among the stars, while still benefiting from galactic cooperation. As the discussions continued, a new challenge emerged. The mysterious attacker remained unidentified, its origins and motives unknown. Earth had proven itself capable of self-defense, but the galaxy suddenly seemed a much more dangerous place. Lyra addressed the assembled leaders, her form pulsing with urgency. While we negotiate Earth's place in the galactic community, we cannot ignore the threat that brought us together. Whoever launched this attack may return, and next time they may target not just Earth, but other worlds as well. Admiral Chen nodded grimly. Agreed. Earth stands ready to join the fight, not just for our own survival, but for the safety of all sentient life. As the meeting adjourned, Lyra gazed out at the star-studded expanse of space, the debris of battle a stark reminder of the challenges ahead. Humanity had surprised her, defied every expectation, and perhaps changed the course of galactic history.